He never takes out the trash. And I'm so angry I don't know what to do about it. First, you have to make sure that you communicate clearly. You tell them, I would really appreciate, and I want to ask you if you are willing to be taking the trash out. Not, you never seem to take the trash out, never. Politeness, using I statements, because when you use you, it's usually an attack to the other person. Will you be willing to hear me out? There is something that I struggle with. I also want you to be able to explain with words the impact that it has by them not taking the trash out. So for example, you can say, I would really appreciate if the trash is to be taken out, that the trash is starting to smell really bad, or there's a hole in the trash and is dripping. Or you can say, there's pests that are coming into the house. By the trash being taken out, the home is a much more clean home. You need to discuss with your partner shared responsibilities. What chores can be distributed between the two of you? Remind your partner that it's important for you to share the balance within the relationship. What responsibilities does everybody have in the relationship? Avoid blaming or criticizing your partner. Instead, explain to your partner the importance of teamwork. Consider setting a schedule for your partner, or they can do it by themselves. You can create a shared Google Calendar to assign what needs to be done and with reminders on there. If you do not want to use a calendar, what you can do, they can have an alarm on their phone at a specific time, and they will get accustomed by doing it with the alarm ringing. By you making it into a routine, you make it much more easier for them so they can follow the schedule. If somebody repeats a habit for less than 30 days, automatically that person starts doing that. If you're seeing that your partner is not delivering by taking out the trash, you can sit down with another discussion. You can switch the days around and change up the routines. You can offer help to your partner. You could suggest to your partner to alternate between who takes out the trash and what days. You can flip the days around. When your partner does take out the trash for you, remember to use positive reinforcement and encouragement about the act of service that they did for you. Acknowledge the effort that they put in to take the trash out. Offer genuine praise to your person and show your gratitude for their contribution. Positive reinforcement can motivate them to continue engaging in that behavior. Be willing to make compromises. If you see that they are slacking at a convenient time where you're not triggered, you've got to bring the subject up as a discussion. And you need to reevaluate the goals, because obviously something is not working. Never ever use pressure for your partner to take the trash out. Never be upset when they're not taking it out. It takes a lot of patience for a person to do something. Most of them have a hard time following through. Changes always take time. Be patient and understanding. Avoid nagging and being frustrated. Foster a supportive and open atmosphere where both partners feel comfortable discussing their concerns and finding solutions together. Always remember to find a common ground. When one route is not working, find different alternatives and go back to discussing. Never attack your person. Communication. I statements and explaining the action, why it's important for you for that task to be done and what it means to you and the effect of it. Remember, everybody has a choice whether they like to do things or they don't like to do things. There used to be a lady who was really, really upset with her partner. He used to eat an apple, and he used to leave the seeds of the apple right on the bedside. And she would constantly wake up and be so pissed off because the seeds were there. And every morning when she would wake up, he wouldn't be there. Obviously, he was going to work. And whenever he used to come back home, there used to be a biggest argument, and it was always constantly happening. She would just go by herself and pick up the seeds. It was such a big trigger for her. The woman, when she's seeing the seeds on the side table, she needs to understand why the trigger is taking place. It upsets her because she wants a clean environment. She needs to be a bit smarter about it. By constantly taking accountability for the other person, it does not allow the other person to take an action and to take care of the issue. The most extreme way that you can give it to a person is if you continue to leave the seeds on the bedside table. So at some point, it's going to be full of seeds. And usually, because some people get comfortable by you taking care of things, they don't do it deliberately. Most of them don't. Some of them do, of course. You need to try to control your triggers, and in the worst case scenario, that lady could have left the seeds right on the bedside table. So at some point, they're going to be starting to be full of seeds there. There's nothing wrong that's going to happen if you leave the seeds on the bedside table. But when you start leaving the trash right next to you, it's going to start smelling. Sometimes you might need to go to extreme situations to get the other person to see why it's so important for the trash to be taken out. Some people don't really mind the smell, so it depends what type of person you are dealing with. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share.